Before we dive into today's gripping story, we want to take a moment to appreciate you, our amazing subscribers, new viewers, and the incredible community that makes Moonlight Tales by Samzy so special. Your likes, shares, and thoughtful comments mean the world to us, and we're beyond grateful for your support. If this is your first time here, welcome. You're in for a ride filled with drama, suspense, and unexpected twists. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest stories. And of course, drop a comment below. We love hearing from you, and your support keeps us going. Now, sit back, relax, and let's dive right back into the story, because things are about to get even more intense. Joy was walking back from the market. The basket was full now. It was so heavy that her arms hurt. The handles cut into her soft skin. She stopped to rest for a moment. "Hey, that looks really heavy," a voice said behind her. Joy turned around. A young man was standing there. He looked about 20 years old. He had kind eyes and a gentle smile. Joy had never seen him before. "I'm okay," Joy said quietly. She looked down at her feet. Rachel taught her never to look people in the eyes. "I can carry it." "I'm Dave," the young man said. "I just moved into that house over there. Are you sure you don't need help?" Joy shook her head fast. "No, thank you. I have to go." She picked up the heavy basket again. It was so heavy that she stumbled. Some vegetables fell onto the street. "Oh no," Joy said. She felt scared. Rachel would be so angry if she lost any food. Joy quickly got on her knees to pick up the vegetables. Dave knelt down too. He helped her pick up the carrots and onions. "Here," he said softly. "Let me carry this for you. Which house is yours?" Joy felt confused. Nobody ever helped her. Nobody was ever kind to her. She didn't know what to say. "It's okay," Dave said. "I just want to help. You look tired." Joy pointed to Rachel's house. It was just 3 houses away. Dave picked up the basket like it weighed nothing. Joy walked beside him. She felt strange. Good strange. Small kindnesses. The next day, Joy went to the market again. She saw Dave in his front yard. He was watering some flowers. "Hi," he said with a big smile. "How are you today?" Joy looked around. Rachel wasn't watching from the window. "I'm okay," she whispered. "What's your name?" Dave asked. "Joy," she said. Then she quickly added, "I have to go." But Dave was kind. Every time Joy walked by, he would smile and wave. Sometimes he would help her carry heavy things. Sometimes he would give her a cold bottle of water on hot days. One day, Joy was walking home with groceries. She had a big bruise on her face. Rachel had hit her that morning for breaking a plate. Dave saw the bruise. His kind eyes looked sad. "Joy, are you okay? What happened to your face?" Joy touched the bruise. "It hurt a lot. I fell," she lied. Rachel taught her to always lie about the bruises. Dave looked like he didn't believe her. But he didn't ask more questions. Instead, he went into his house. He came back with a small bag. "Here," he said. "This medicine will help your bruise heal faster." Joy took the small bag. Inside was cream for bruises and some pain medicine. Nobody had ever given her medicine before. Her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," she whispered. Days passed. Then weeks. Dave was always kind to Joy. When Rachel went out, Joy would finish her work quickly. Then she would sneak out to talk to Dave. Dave would sit on his front steps. Joy would sit beside him. They would talk about many things. "Do you go to school?" Dave asked one day. Joy shook her head. "No. My stepmother says I don't need school. She says I'm too stupid to learn." Dave's face looked angry. "That's not true, Joy. You're very smart. I can tell." Nobody ever called Joy smart before. It made her feel warm inside. Dave would tell Joy about his work. He fixed cars at a garage nearby. He would tell her funny stories about the cars he fixed. Joy would laugh. She couldn't remember the last time she laughed. Sometimes Dave would bring Joy food. Small snacks that she could hide and eat later. An apple. A sandwich. Some cookies. Joy's empty stomach was always grateful. "Why are you so kind to me?" Joy asked one day. Dave looked at her with gentle eyes. "Because you deserve kindness, Joy. Everyone does." Joy felt her heart get warm. Dave made her feel like she mattered. Like she was worth something. Growing feelings. As weeks went by, Joy started to care about Dave very much. She would get excited when Rachel left the house. It meant she could go see Dave. Dave seemed to care about her too. He would ask about her day. He would listen when she talked. He would make her smile when she felt sad. One evening, Joy was sitting with Dave on his steps. The sun was setting. The sky was pretty colors of orange and pink. "Joy," Dave said softly. "I really like you." Joy's heart started beating fast. "You do?" "Yes," Dave said. "You're special to me." Joy felt happier than she had ever felt. Someone liked her. Someone thought she was special. Not a burden. Not a mistake. Special. Dave moved closer to her. He put his arm around her shoulders. Joy felt safe and warm. "I like you too, Dave," she whispered. Dave smiled. He leaned down and kissed her forehead. It was gentle and sweet. Joy felt like she was in a dream. A beautiful dream where someone cared about her. The request. A few weeks later, Dave asked Joy something that surprised her. "Joy," he said. They were sitting in his small living room. "Rachel was out shopping. I care about you so much. I want to show you how much you mean to me." Joy looked at him with curious eyes. "What do you mean?" Dave took her hands in his. "I want to be close to you. Really close. Do you understand?" Joy felt confused. She was only 16. She didn't know much about these things. "I don't know," she said honestly. Dave's voice was soft and gentle. "It's okay, Joy. It's what people do when they care about each other very much. I'll be gentle. I promise." Joy felt scared but also excited. Dave was the only person who was ever kind to her. The only person who made her feel special. "Will you still care about me after?" Joy asked. "Of course," Dave said. "I'll always care about you, Joy. You're important to me." Joy believed him. Why wouldn't she? Dave had only been kind to her. He had only shown her love. "Okay," she whispered. The night that changed everything. That night, Joy went to Dave's house. Her heart was beating fast. She felt nervous but happy. Dave was gentle with her. He told her she was beautiful. He told her she was special. For the first time in her life, Joy felt truly loved. Afterward, Joy felt different. She felt like a woman now. Not just a sad girl who got hit and yelled at. Dave held her close. "You're amazing, Joy," he whispered. Joy smiled. She felt so happy. So complete. Dave loved her. Someone finally loved her. "I should go home," Joy said. "Rachel will be back soon." Dave kissed her one more time. "I'll see you tomorrow," he said. Joy walked home feeling like she was floating. Her heart was full of happiness. She had Dave. She had love. The empty house. The next morning, Joy finished her chores quickly. Rachel went out to visit a friend. Joy hurried to Dave's house. She knocked on the door. No answer. She knocked again. Still no answer. Joy walked around to the back of the house. She looked in the windows. The house was empty. All of Dave's things were gone. Joy felt confused. Where was Dave? Where were his clothes? His furniture? His car? She ran to the front door. She knocked harder. "Dave," she called. "Dave, are you there?" A neighbor woman came outside. "Are you looking for the young man who lived there?" the woman asked. "Yes," Joy said. "Where is he?" "He moved out yesterday night," the woman said. "Had a big truck and everything. Took all his stuff and left." Joy felt like someone hit her in the stomach. Did he say where he was going?" "No, dear. He just left. Seemed to be in a hurry too." Joy stared at the empty house. Dave was gone. The person who said he cared about her. The person who said she was special. The person who promised to always be there. He was gone. Just like that. Joy felt her heart break into a million pieces. She had given Dave everything. Her trust. Her body. Her love. And he had left her. Joy walked home slowly. Her legs felt heavy. Her chest felt tight. She could barely breathe. How could Dave leave her? How could he say those beautiful things and then disappear? Joy got home and went to her small corner where she slept. She lay down on the hard floor and cried. She cried like she hadn't cried since her father died. She felt so stupid. So foolish. How could she believe that someone would actually love her? How could she think she was worth staying for? Rachel was right. She was just a burden. A mistake. Nobody could love her. As days passed, Joy kept hoping Dave would come back. Maybe he had to go somewhere for work. Maybe he would return and explain everything. But Dave never came back. The house stayed empty. And Joy's heart stayed broken. But Joy didn't know that her broken heart was about to face an even bigger problem. Something that would change her life forever. Something that would make Dave's disappearance seem small compared to what was coming next. Because in a few weeks, Joy would discover that Dave had left her with more than just a broken heart. He had left her with a secret growing inside her body. A secret that would turn her already difficult life into something much, much worse. Joy woke up feeling sick again. Her stomach felt like it was turning upside down. She ran to the bathroom and threw up everything she had eaten the night before. This is the 5th day in a row, Joy whispered to herself. She held her stomach with both hands. It hurt so much. For the past week, Joy had been feeling very strange. Every morning, she would wake up and feel like throwing up. The smell of food made her feel sick. Even the smell of soap made her want to run away. Joy looked at herself in the small, cracked mirror in the bathroom. Her face looked pale. Her eyes had dark circles under them. She looked very tired and weak. What is wrong with me? Joy asked herself. She had never felt this sick before. Joy walked slowly back to her room. She had to sleep on the floor because Rachel had taken away her bed years ago. The hard floor made her back hurt every morning. But today, everything hurt even more. She sat on her thin blanket and tried to think. When was the last time she had her monthly period? Joy tried to remember, but her head felt fuzzy. It was more than a month ago, Joy said quietly. Her eyes became very wide. Her heart started beating very fast. No, 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 Joy whispered. This cannot be happening to me. Joy remembered the night she spent with Dave. The night he told her he loved her. The night he made her feel special for the first time in years. The night before he disappeared forever. Tears started falling from Joy's eyes. She put her hands on her stomach and felt scared. I might be pregnant, Joy said to herself. The words sounded very scary when she said them out loud. Joy stayed in her room all morning. She was supposed to clean the house, but she felt too sick to move. She just sat on her blanket and cried. At lunchtime, Rachel came looking for her. Joy, where are you? Rachel shouted from downstairs. Why isn't the kitchen clean? Why isn't lunch ready? Joy heard Rachel's angry footsteps coming up the stairs. She quickly wiped her tears and tried to look normal. Rachel pushed open the door without knocking. She looked very angry. What are you doing sitting here like a lazy girl? Rachel asked. Her voice was very loud and mean. The whole house is dirty, and you are just sitting here doing nothing. I'm sorry, Joy said. Her voice was very weak. I don't feel well today. You don't feel well? Rachel laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. You think you can be lazy just because you don't feel well? Get up right now and go clean the kitchen. Joy tried to stand up, but her stomach felt sick again. She ran to the bathroom and threw up. Rachel followed her and watched Joy throw up. Rachel's angry face changed. She looked worried and confused. How long have you been throwing up like this? Rachel asked. A few days, Joy said. She was still bent over the toilet. Rachel looked at Joy very carefully. She saw how pale Joy looked. She saw how tired Joy seemed. Rachel had been a woman for many years, and she knew what these signs could mean. Joy, come with me right now, Rachel said. Her voice sounded different. It sounded scared. "Where are we going?" Joy asked. "We are going to the hospital," Rachel said. "We need to find out what is wrong with you." Joy felt very scared. She had never been to a hospital before. What if something was very wrong with her? At the hospital, they had to wait for a long time. Joy sat next to Rachel in the waiting room. There were many other people waiting too. Some people looked sick. Some people looked worried. Joy's hands were shaking. She was very nervous. Finally, a nurse called Joy's name. "Joy Adams, please come with me." Joy and Rachel followed the nurse to a small room. The nurse was very kind. She had a gentle smile. "Hello, Joy," the nurse said. "Can you tell me why you came to see us today?" Joy looked at Rachel. She was too scared to talk. "She has been throwing up every morning for several days," Rachel said. "She looks very tired and pale." The nurse asked Joy many questions. When was her last period? How was she feeling? Did anything hurt? Joy answered all the questions very quietly. She felt embarrassed talking about her body. "I think we should do a test," the nurse said. "It will help us understand what is happening." The nurse gave Joy a small cup. "I need you to go to the bathroom and fill this cup," she said. "Then bring it back to me." Joy did what the nurse asked. Her hands were shaking when she gave the cup back. "Now we wait," the nurse said. "The results will be ready in about 30 minutes. Those 30 minutes felt like the longest 30 minutes of Joy's life. She sat in the small room with Rachel. Neither of them talked. Joy could hear her own heart beating very loudly. Rachel kept looking at Joy with strange eyes. Joy could tell that Rachel was thinking about something. Finally, the nurse came back. She was holding a piece of paper. She looked serious. "Joy," the nurse said gently, "I have your test results." Joy's whole body felt cold. She was so scared of what the nurse would say. "You are pregnant," the nurse said. "The test shows that you are about 4 weeks pregnant." Joy felt like the whole world stopped. The words echoed in her head, "You are pregnant, pregnant, pregnant." Joy's eyes filled with tears. She put her hands over her face and started crying. Rachel's face turned very red. Joy could see anger building up in Rachel's eyes like a storm coming. "Are you sure?" Rachel asked the nurse. Her voice was shaking with anger. "Yes, I am very sure," the nurse said. "The test was done twice to make sure. Joy is definitely pregnant." The nurse tried to talk to Joy about taking care of herself and the baby. She gave Joy some papers with information. But Joy couldn't hear anything. Her ears were ringing. Her head was spinning. All Joy could think about was Dave. Dave who said he loved her. Dave who disappeared. Dave who left her all alone. Now she was going to have his baby, and he was nowhere to be found. Rachel thanked the nurse, but her voice sounded very cold. She grabbed Joy's arm and pulled her out of the hospital. They walked to the car in silence. Joy was still crying. Rachel's face looked like thunder. When they got in the car, Rachel turned to look at Joy. Her eyes were full of anger and disappointment. "How could you do this to me?" Rachel asked. Her voice was very quiet, but Joy could hear the anger in it. Joy couldn't answer. She just kept crying. They drove home in complete silence. Joy looked out the window and watched the world go by. Everything looked the same, but Joy knew that everything had changed forever. When they got home, Rachel slammed the car door very hard. Joy knew that her life was about to get much, much worse. As they walked toward the house, Rachel turned to Joy with the angriest look Joy had ever seen. "Get inside," Rachel said through her teeth. "We need to have a very serious talk about what happens next." Joy's legs felt weak as she walked toward the house. She had no idea what Rachel was planning, but she knew it would not be good. What punishment would Rachel give her now? What would happen to her and her baby? Joy stood in front of the small mirror in her room. She looked at herself in the old white dress that Rachel had bought from a second-hand shop. The dress was too big for her thin body. It had small holes in some places. But it was clean, and it was hers for today. "Today I get married," Joy whispered to herself. Her voice shook a little. "Today I marry a man I don't know." She touched her growing belly. The baby was getting bigger every day. Joy felt scared and excited at the same time. She was only 16 years old, but today she would become someone's wife. Rachel knocked on the door very hard. Joy, come out now. We don't have all day. Joy opened the door. Rachel looked at her and made an ugly face. You look terrible, Rachel said in a mean voice. But I guess it doesn't matter. Tim is lucky to get anyone at all. Joy felt her heart hurt. Even on her wedding day, Rachel was still cruel to her. But Joy didn't say anything. She had learned to stay quiet when Rachel was mean. They walked outside to Rachel's old car. The car made loud noises when it started. Joy sat in the back seat and watched the houses go by through the dirty window. She wondered what Tim looked like. She wondered if he would be kind to her. After driving for 20 minutes, they stopped in front of a small building. The paint was coming off the walls. There were cracks in the windows. A sign said City Hall in faded letters. This is where you get married, Rachel said. Don't expect anything fancy. Joy got out of the car. Her legs felt weak. She was so nervous that her hands were shaking. They walked into the building. The floor was dirty and the lights were dim. A man was waiting for them near a desk. He was tall and thin. His clothes were clean but very old. His shoes had holes in them. But when he saw Joy, he smiled. His smile was warm and kind. This was Tim. Hello, Tim said in a soft voice. You must be Joy. I'm Tim. Joy looked into his eyes. They were brown like chocolate. She could see that he was a good person. He looked nervous too. Hello, Joy said quietly. She felt a little less scared. The wedding was very short. There were only 4 people there: Joy, Tim, Rachel, and the man who worked at City Hall. There were no flowers. There was no music. There was no pretty dress or fancy cake. The man read some words from a book. He asked Tim if he wanted to marry Joy. Tim said yes in a clear voice. He looked at Joy when he said it. Then the man asked Joy if she wanted to marry Tim. Joy looked at Rachel, who was watching her with angry eyes. Then she looked at Tim, who was waiting patiently for her answer. Yes, Joy said. Her voice was very quiet, but everyone heard her. You may kiss the bride, the man said. Tim looked at Joy and asked, Is it okay? Joy nodded. Tim gave her a very gentle kiss on her cheek. It was soft and kind. Joy felt warm inside for the first time in months. Rachel paid the man some money. Then she looked at Joy with cold eyes. You're his problem now, Rachel said. Don't come crying to me when you realize what a mistake you made. Rachel left without saying goodbye. Joy watched her stepmother walk away. She felt sad and relieved at the same time. Sad because Rachel still hated her. Relieved because she wouldn't have to live with Rachel anymore. Tim touched Joy's arm very gently. Are you ready to go home? He asked. Joy nodded. They walked outside together. Tim had a very old bicycle. The paint was coming off and it made squeaking sounds. I'm sorry I don't have a car, Tim said. He looked embarrassed. But I can walk beside you while you ride the bike. I can walk too, Joy said. The baby makes me tired, but I can still walk. They walked together through the streets. Tim pushed the bicycle beside him. They didn't talk much, but Joy didn't feel uncomfortable. Tim seemed like a peaceful person. After walking for 30 minutes, they stopped in front of a very small house. The house was made of old wood. The roof had some missing pieces. The door was painted blue, but most of the paint had come off. This is our home, Tim said. He sounded worried. I know it's not much, but dash. It's okay, Joy said quickly. She could see that Tim was ashamed of his poor house. But Joy had lived with cruelty for so long that a poor house with a kind person seemed wonderful. Tim opened the door. Inside, the house was very small. There was only one room. In one corner was a mattress on the floor with clean sheets. In another corner were 2 pots and 1 plate. There was a small table made from old wood. That was all the furniture. Joy looked around. She had never lived in such a poor place. But she also noticed something important: everything was very clean. The floor was swept. The few things Tim owned were organized neatly. She could tell that Tim took care of his home. "I know you're used to better things," Tim said. His voice was sad. "Rachel told me your father had money." Joy shook her head. "Rachel never let me have nice things anyway," she said. "This is fine." Tim smiled. "Would you like some tea?" "I don't have much food, but I have tea." "Yes, please," Joy said. Tim went outside behind the house. Joy followed him. There was a small area with stones arranged in a circle. In the middle was black ash from old fires. "I cook with fire," Tim explained. "I don't have a stove." Joy watched as Tim arranged small pieces of wood. He lit them with matches. Soon there was a small fire burning. He put water in one of the pots and placed it over the fire. "I've never cooked with fire before," Joy said. "I'll teach you," Tim said. "It's not hard once you learn." While they waited for the water to boil, Tim and Joy sat on two old boxes that he used as chairs. "Joy," Tim said carefully, "I want you to know something. I may not have money, but I will try my best to take care of you and the baby." Joy felt tears in her eyes. When was the last time someone had promised to take care of her? "Thank you," she whispered. "And I want you to know," Tim continued, "you don't have to be afraid of me. I will never hurt you. I will never shout at you. This is your home now too." A tear rolled down Joy's cheek. But for the first time in years, it was a happy tear. They drank their tea as the sun went down. Tim asked Joy about her life, and Joy told him some of her story. She told him about her mother dying and her father bringing her to Rachel's house. She told him about how Rachel treated her after her father died. But she didn't tell him about all the terrible things Rachel did. Some things were too painful to say out loud. Tim listened without saying anything mean about Rachel. He just listened and nodded. Joy could tell that he understood her pain. When it got dark, Tim showed Joy where everything was in their small house. "The mattress is for you," Tim said. "I can sleep on the floor." "No," Joy said quickly. "We're married now. We can share." Tim's face turned red. "Only if you're comfortable," he said. That night, Joy lay on the mattress next to Tim. He stayed on his side and didn't try to touch her. Joy felt safe. For the first time in 3 years, she went to sleep without being afraid. The next morning, Joy woke up to the smell of something cooking. Tim was outside making breakfast over the fire. He had found some eggs somewhere and was cooking them in one of his pots. "Good morning," Tim said with a smile. "How did you sleep?" "Very well," Joy said. And she meant it. After breakfast, Tim said he had to go look for work. "I do small jobs for people," he explained. "Sometimes I carry heavy things. Sometimes I clean. Whatever I can find." Joy nodded. "What should I do while you're gone?" "Rest," Tim said. "You're growing a baby. That's hard work." Joy smiled. Tim was the first person to tell her that being pregnant was hard work. Rachel always acted like Joy was just being lazy. After Tim left, Joy looked around their small home. It was poor, but it was peaceful. There was no one here to hit her or call her names. There was no one here who hated her. Joy touched her belly. "We're going to be okay, little baby," she whispered. "We found someone who will be kind to us." But as Joy sat in her new home, she had no idea that their life was about to change in a way she could never imagine. In just a few months, something would happen that would turn their world completely upside down. And it would all start with a simple conversation between Tim and his friend about some lucky numbers. Joy sat on the old mattress in their tiny house. Her big belly made it hard to move. The baby would come soon. She looked around their small room. The walls had cracks. The roof leaked when it rained. But Tim tried his best to make her happy. "I love you, Joy," Tim said every morning. "We will be okay." Joy believed him. Tim worked hard every day. He sold water on the street. He carried heavy bags for people. He did any job he could find. But they never had enough money. That morning, Tim was getting ready for work. He put on his old shirt. It had holes in it. His shoes were broken too. But he always smiled. "I will find good work today," Tim said. He kissed Joy's forehead. "Rest well, my love." After Tim left, Leo came to visit. Leo was Tim's best friend. He was young and always had new ideas. "Where is Tim?" Leo asked. "He went to work," Joy said. She made tea with hot water and old tea bags. "I have something special to tell him," Leo said. His eyes were bright and excited. "I found out about lucky numbers." Joy did not understand. "What do you mean?" "There is a lottery game," Leo explained. "You pick numbers. If your numbers win, you get lots of money." Joy shook her head. "We don't have money for games, Leo." "But this is different," Leo said. "My uncle told me secret numbers. He said they will win for sure." Joy felt worried. They needed every cent for food and rent. Playing games with money seemed wrong. When Tim came home that evening, he looked tired. His shirt was wet with sweat. His feet hurt from walking all day. "I only made $5 today," Tim said sadly. People did not need much help. Leo jumped up from his chair. "Tim, my friend, I have great news." Tim sat down slowly. His back ached. "What news, Leo?" "I know the winning lottery numbers," Leo said. His voice was loud and happy. "My uncle works with someone who knows these things." Tim laughed, but not in a happy way. "Leo, we can't play lottery. We need money for food." "But Tim," Leo said, "what if we win? What if this changes everything?" Joy watched her husband's face. She could see him thinking. His eyes looked hopeful, then worried, then hopeful again. "How much does it cost?" Tim asked quietly. "Only $10, Leo said. "Just $10, and we could win millions." Joy's heart beat fast. $10 was a lot for them. That was money for rice and beans for 3 days. Tim looked at Joy. "What do you think, my wife?" Joy felt scared. But she also felt something else. Hope. Maybe God was trying to help them. "If you think it's right," Joy said softly, "then we can try." The big decision. The next morning, Tim held the $10 in his hand. It was all the money they had left. Joy watched him count it again and again. "Are you sure?" Tim asked Joy. "If we lose this money, we will have nothing for food today." Joy touched her big belly. The baby kicked inside her. She thought about their leaking roof. She thought about their empty kitchen. She thought about how hard Tim worked every day. "Sometimes we have to take chances," Joy said. "Maybe God wants to help us." Tim nodded. "Okay. Let's go with Leo." They walked to the lottery shop in town. It was a small building with bright signs. Many people were inside, buying tickets. Leo showed them the numbers he wrote on paper: 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and 42. "These are the special numbers," Leo whispered. "My uncle said they are very lucky." The shop owner was an old man with glasses. "You want to buy a ticket?" he asked Tim. Tim's hands shook a little. "Yes, sir. These numbers, please." He gave the man his paper. The old man typed the numbers into his computer. The machine made beeping sounds. Then it printed out a small piece of paper. "Here is your ticket," the old man said. "Keep it safe. The drawing is tomorrow night." Tim held the ticket like it was made of gold. Joy looked at it too. It was just a small white paper with numbers on it. But maybe, just maybe, it would change their lives. "What do we do now?" Joy asked. "Now we wait," Leo said. "And we pray." The long wait. That night, Joy and Tim could not sleep well. They kept thinking about the lottery ticket. Tim had put it in a special box under their mattress. "What if we really win?" Joy whispered in the dark. "Don't think too much about it," Tim said. But Joy could hear that he was thinking about it too. The next day felt very long. Tim tried to work, but he kept thinking about the numbers. Joy tried to clean the house, but her mind was far away. What would we do with so much money? Joy asked Tim when he came home. Tim sat down beside her. "First, we would get you to a good hospital for the baby," he said. "Then we would buy a real house. With no holes in the roof." Joy smiled. "And food? Lots of good food?" "Yes," Tim said. "And new clothes. And maybe a car." They laughed together. It felt good to dream, even if it was just pretending. That evening, Leo came to their house. He had a small radio with him. "The lottery numbers will be on the radio at 8 o'clock, Leo said. "Are you ready?" Joy's heart started beating very fast. Tim got the ticket from the special box. His hands were shaking. At 8 o'clock, they turned on the radio. A man's voice came through the speakers. "Good evening, everyone. Time for tonight's lottery drawing." Joy grabbed Tim's hand. It was wet with sweat. "The winning numbers are," the radio man said. Joy held her breath. The moment of truth. "The first number is 7. Tim looked at the ticket. "We have 7, he whispered. Joy's heart jumped. Leo clapped his hands quietly. "The second number is 14. "We have that too," Tim said. His voice was louder now. Joy felt dizzy. This could not be real. "The third number is 21. All three of them looked at each other. Their eyes were wide with shock. "The fourth number is 28. Joy started crying. Happy tears ran down her face. "Tim, this is really happening. The fifth number is 35. Tim stood up. He was shaking all over. "One more number, Joy. Just one more." Leo was jumping up and down. "Come on, 42. Come on." "And the final number is..." The radio man stopped talking for a moment. Joy could not breathe. The room was so quiet. 42. For a few seconds, nobody moved. Nobody spoke. They just stared at the radio. Then Tim screamed. "We won! We won! We won!" He jumped up and down. Joy started laughing and crying at the same time. Leo was dancing around the room. "The jackpot tonight is $150 million, the radio man said. Joy fell back on the mattress. $150 million. She could not even imagine that much money. Tim ran to her and hugged her carefully. "Joy, my love, we are rich. We are really rich." Joy looked around their tiny house with its broken walls and leaking roof. Tomorrow, this would all be different. Tomorrow, they would be millionaires. The new beginning. Tim held the winning ticket in his hands. He looked at it again and again, making sure the numbers were right. "What do we do now?" Joy asked. She was still crying happy tears. "We go to the lottery office tomorrow," Leo said. "They will give you the money." Joy touched her belly. "Our baby will never be poor," she whispered. "Our baby will have everything." Tim knelt down beside her. "Joy, do you remember what you said? You said sometimes we have to take chances." "You were right." Joy smiled through her tears. "God was watching over us, Tim. Even when everything was hard, God had a plan." That night, they did not sleep much. They kept talking about their new life. They would buy a big house. They would start businesses. They would help other poor people too. "We will never forget where we came from," Tim promised. "We will always remember how it feels to have nothing." Joy nodded. She thought about her stepmother Rachel. She thought about all the pain and sadness in her life. But look at her now. She had a loving husband and soon she would have a baby. And now they had enough money to live happily forever. "Tomorrow, everything changes," Joy said softly. Tim kissed her hand. "Tomorrow, our real life begins." As Joy finally fell asleep, she smiled. She had gone from being a poor, pregnant girl with no family to being the wife of a millionaire. Sometimes, life can surprise you in the most wonderful ways. But Joy did not know that bigger surprises were still coming. Someone from her past was about to find her again. Someone who would want to be part of her new, rich life. The lottery ticket had changed everything. But the real test of Joy's new happiness was just beginning. After Tim won the lottery, everything changed very fast. Joy could not believe it was real. "We are rich now," Tim said with a big smile. "We can buy anything we want." Joy touched her big belly. Her baby was growing inside her. She felt the baby kick her stomach. "I want our baby to have the best life," Joy said. "I want him to be happy." Tim held her hand. "Our baby will have everything. We will be the best parents." They packed their few things. Joy looked around the small, poor house. She remembered sleeping on the hard floor at her stepmother's house. She remembered being hungry and scared. I will never be poor again, Joy said to herself. My baby will never suffer like I did. Finding the perfect home. Tim and Joy drove to a big, beautiful city. The car was new and shiny. Joy sat in the soft leather seat and smiled. Look at all these big houses, Joy said. She pointed out the window. The houses were huge. They had big gardens with pretty flowers. Some houses had swimming pools that sparkled in the sun. We can buy any house you want, Tim said. Pick the one you like best. They stopped at a white house with tall windows. The garden had red roses and yellow sunflowers. Joy could smell the sweet flowers. This one, Joy said. I love this house. The house had 10 rooms. Each room was bigger than Tim's old house. The kitchen had shiny counters and new machines. The bathroom had a big bathtub with gold taps. This will be our baby's room, Joy said. She walked into a sunny room with big windows. Tim smiled. Our son will be so happy here. Joy felt tears in her eyes. But these were happy tears. She remembered sleeping on the cold floor. Now her baby would sleep in a soft, warm bed. Building their business. Tim was very smart with money. He did not spend all the lottery money on fun things. We need to make more money, Tim told Joy. We need to start a business. They opened a big store that sold food. People came from all over the city to shop there. The store had fresh bread, sweet fruits, and cold drinks. Joy helped Tim run the store. She was good at talking to customers. People liked her kind smile. You are so nice, customers said to Joy. This is the best store in the city. They also bought land and built houses. Other people rented the houses and paid them money every month. We are making so much money, Tim said. Our baby will never worry about money. Joy rubbed her belly. I want to teach our baby to be kind to poor people. I remember what it feels like to have nothing. Preparing for the baby. Joy's belly grew bigger and bigger. The baby was coming soon. They bought everything the baby needed. The baby's room had a white crib with soft blankets. Tiny clothes hung in the closet. There were toys and books everywhere. Look at all these baby clothes, Joy said. She held up a small blue shirt. They are so tiny and cute. Tim painted the walls light blue. He put up pictures of animals and stars. Our son will love this room, Tim said. Joy sat in a rocking chair by the window. She could see the garden with pretty flowers. Birds sang in the trees. I used to think I would never be happy, Joy said. But now I feel so much joy. She thought about her real mother who died in the car crash. She thought about her father who loved her but died too young. I wish my parents could see this, Joy said sadly. They would be so proud. Tim sat next to her. They are watching from heaven. They see how happy you are. The best hospital. When it was time for the baby to be born, they went to the best hospital in the city. Joy's old stepmother had taken her to a cheap, dirty hospital when she was sick. This hospital was different. Everything was clean and white. The nurses wore pretty uniforms and smiled. We will take good care of you, the doctor said. He was old and kind. Joy had her own room with a big bed and soft pillows. Tim could stay with her all night. The room had a TV and a small kitchen. This is so nice, Joy said. I feel safe here. She remembered being scared and alone when she lived with her stepmother. Now Tim held her hand. He brought her favorite foods and cold water. You are the best husband, Joy told Tim. Thank you for loving me. The baby arrives. Joy felt strong pains in her belly. The baby was ready to be born. It hurts so much, Joy said. She held Tim's hand very tight. You are so strong, Tim said. Our baby is almost here. The nurses helped Joy breathe. The doctor checked on the baby. I can see the baby's head, the doctor said. Push one more time. Joy pushed as hard as she could. She felt very tired but also excited. Then she heard the most beautiful sound in the world. Her baby was crying. It's a boy, the doctor said. He is healthy and strong. The nurse cleaned the baby and wrapped him in a soft blanket. She put the baby on Joy's chest. Joy looked at her son's tiny face. He had small fingers and toes. His eyes were closed, but he stopped crying when he heard her voice. "Hello, my sweet baby," Joy whispered. "Mama loves you so much." Tim touched the baby's little hand. Tears ran down his face. "He is perfect," Tim said. "He looks just like you." Choosing a name. "What should we name him?" Joy asked. They had talked about names for months. Joy wanted a name that meant something special. "I want to call him Hope," Joy said. "My life was so dark, but then I found hope. This baby is my hope for the future." Tim smiled. "Hope is a perfect name. He brought hope into our lives." Little Hope opened his eyes and looked at his parents. Joy felt her heart fill with love. "You will never be hungry," Joy promised her baby. "You will never sleep on the floor. You will always be loved." Going home. After 3 days, they took Hope home to their beautiful house. Joy carried Hope in her arms. He was sleeping peacefully. The car seat was soft and safe. "Welcome home, Hope," Joy said as they walked into the house. The baby's room was ready. Sunlight came through the windows. Fresh flowers sat on the table. Joy put Hope in his crib. He looked so small in the big room. "This is your home," Joy told her baby. "You are safe here. You are loved here." That night, Joy sat in the rocking chair feeding Hope. The house was quiet and peaceful. She thought about her journey. She remembered being a scared little girl. She remembered her stepmother's mean words. She remembered sleeping on the hard floor. "I survived all of that," Joy said softly. "And now I have everything I ever dreamed of." Hope finished drinking his milk. Joy held him close to her chest. She could feel his tiny heartbeat. "You made me a mother," Joy whispered. "You gave my life meaning. A perfect family." Tim came into the room. He sat next to Joy and looked at their sleeping son. "We did it," Tim said quietly. "We have a family. We have a home. We have enough money forever." Joy smiled. "I never thought this could happen to me. I thought I would always be sad and poor." "God had a plan for us," Tim said. "Even when things were bad, he was preparing something good." Joy kissed Hope's forehead. The baby smelled sweet and clean. "I want to help other girls like me," Joy said. "Girls who have no family. Girls who are treated badly." "We will," Tim promised. "We have enough money to help many people." They sat together in the peaceful room. Outside, stars shone in the dark sky. Inside, their baby slept safely in his parents' arms. Joy felt completely happy for the first time in her life. She had a loving husband, a beautiful baby, and a safe home. But far away, someone was watching their house. Someone who had been looking for Joy for a long time. Someone who wanted to take away her happiness. Joy did not know that her peaceful life was about to be interrupted. She did not know that her past was coming back to find her. As she rocked her baby to sleep, a car drove slowly past their house. Inside the car, a man smiled when he saw the big, beautiful house. "Found you," the man whispered. "Finally found you." The next day would bring a visitor that would change everything once again. Joy was playing with her 3-year-old son Tommy in their beautiful garden. The sun was warm on her face. She could smell the sweet flowers around them. Tommy was laughing as he chased colorful butterflies. "Mama, look. The butterfly is so pretty," Tommy said. Joy smiled. "Yes, baby. Just like you." She felt so happy. Her life was perfect now. She had a loving husband, a healthy son, and more money than she ever dreamed of. The pain from her past felt far away. Then the doorbell rang. "I'll get it," called Tim from inside the house. Joy heard voices at the front door. One voice made her heart stop. She knew that voice. It was Dave. Her hands started shaking. Why was he here? What did he want? "Joy," Tim called. "Someone is here to see you." Joy picked up Tommy and walked slowly to the front door. Her legs felt weak. When she saw Dave standing there, all the old hurt came back. But Dave looked different. His clothes were old and dirty. His face was thin. He looked very sad and tired. "Hello, Joy," Dave said quietly. "You look beautiful." Joy's heart was beating fast. What do you want, Dave? I need to talk to you. Please. It's very important. Joy looked at Tommy. The little boy had Dave's eyes and nose. Anyone could see they looked the same. Dave saw it too. His mouth opened wide. Is he my son? No, Joy said firmly. Tim is his father. Tim has been his father since the day he was born. Dave's eyes filled with tears. Joy, I'm so sorry. I made a terrible mistake. The stepmother returns. Just then, another person walked up to the door. Joy gasped. It was Rachel, her stepmother. Rachel looked older. Her hair was grey. Her face had many lines. She was wearing simple clothes. Hello, Joy, Rachel said softly. Joy felt angry and scared at the same time. Why are you both here? How did you find me? Rachel looked down at the ground. I helped Dave find you. He came to my house every day for a week. He begged me to help him. Why would you help him? Joy asked. You hate me. No, Joy. I don't hate you anymore. I came here to say I'm sorry. Joy stared at her stepmother. Rachel had never said sorry before. Not even once. Tim came and stood next to Joy. He put his strong arm around her shoulders. Who are these people? Tim asked. This is Dave, Joy said. He's the one who got me pregnant and then ran away. Tim's face became hard. He looked at Dave with angry eyes. And this is Rachel. My stepmother. The one who made me sleep on the floor and eat garbage. Tim looked at Rachel. His eyes were cold. I think you should both leave, Tim said. Now. Please wait, Dave said quickly. Just let me explain why I'm here. Dave's confession. Joy didn't want to listen. But something in Dave's voice made her stop. You have 5 minutes, she said. Dave took a deep breath. After I left you, I got married to a rich girl. I thought I would be happy, but I wasn't. He looked at Tommy again. My business started failing. Everything went wrong. My wife couldn't have babies. We lost all our money. Joy listened but didn't feel sorry for him. I went to see a wise old man, Dave continued. He told me something that changed my life. He said I was cursed because I abandoned a pregnant girl. He said the curse would never break until I asked for your forgiveness. Dave fell to his knees. Joy, please forgive me. I know I hurt you. I know I was wrong. But please, have mercy on me. Tommy hid behind Joy's leg. He was scared to see a man crying. Joy looked down at Dave. She remembered how lonely she felt when he disappeared. She remembered crying herself to sleep every night. But she also remembered how that pain led her to Tim. If Dave hadn't left, she would never have married Tim. She would never have won the lottery. She would never have this beautiful life. Rachel's tears. Then Rachel stepped forward. She was crying. Joy, my dear child, Rachel said. I have something to tell you too. Rachel's voice was shaking. I've been sick for 2 years. The doctors say I might die soon. Joy felt surprised. She didn't expect to feel sad about this news. But she did. Before I die, I need to tell you the truth, Rachel continued. I was wrong. So very wrong. Rachel got down on her knees too. I was hurt and angry when your father brought you home. But you were just a child. An innocent child who had lost her mother. Tears ran down Rachel's face. I took my anger out on you. I made you suffer for things that weren't your fault. I'm so sorry, Joy. So very sorry. Joy felt her own eyes fill with tears. Why did you hurt me so much? I was just a little girl. Because I was broken inside, Rachel said. Your father's betrayal broke my heart. But that was no excuse for hurting you. You were innocent. You deserved love, not hate. Rachel looked up at Joy's beautiful house. Look at you now. You're successful. You're happy. You have a family who loves you. God has blessed you despite everything I did to you. She wiped her tears. I don't deserve your forgiveness. But I'm asking for it anyway. Please, Joy. Forgive a foolish old woman who was too proud and too hurt to love you the way I should have. The power of forgiveness. Joy looked at both of them kneeling in front of her house. Dave, who had used her and left her. Rachel, who had made her life a living hell. She thought about all the pain they had caused her. The nights she went to bed hungry. The times Rachel hit her. The day Dave disappeared and left her pregnant and alone. But then she looked at Tommy. She looked at her beautiful home. She thought about Tim's love. All that pain had led her here. To this perfect life. Joy took a deep breath. "Stand up," she said quietly. Dave and Rachel slowly got to their feet. "I forgive you both," Joy said. Dave started crying harder. "Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much." But Joy wasn't finished. She looked at Rachel. "You hurt me more than anyone ever has. You made me feel worthless. You made me believe I was nothing." Rachel nodded, still crying. "But I forgive you too," Joy said. "Not because you deserve it. But because holding on to anger hurts me more than it hurts you." Rachel's eyes grew wide. "Really? You really forgive me?" Joy nodded. "Yes. I forgive you." Then Joy did something that surprised everyone, including herself. She walked to Rachel and hugged her. Rachel hugged her back tightly. "Thank you, my dear child. Thank you." A new beginning. Tim watched everything with amazement. His wife had such a good heart. "Would you like to come inside?" Tim asked. "We can have some tea and talk." They all went into the beautiful living room. Tommy sat on Joy's lap, still a little scared of the strangers. "Dave," Joy said, "I forgive you. But I want you to know something. Tommy is Tim's son. Tim has been his father since before he was born. That will never change." Dave nodded. "I understand. I don't deserve to be his father. Tim is a good man. Much better than me." He looked at Tim. "Thank you for taking care of Joy and the baby. Thank you for being the man I should have been." Tim nodded. "Joy deserves to be loved and protected. I'm glad I could give her that." Dave smiled sadly. "I can see how happy she is with you. That makes me happy too." Then Dave turned to Joy. "I have one more thing to say. I'm going back to my village. I'm going to start over. Try to be a better man. Maybe find a simple girl who will love me for who I am, not for money." "That sounds like a good plan," Joy said. Rachel was sitting quietly, watching Joy play with Tommy. "He's beautiful," Rachel said. "He looks just like you did when you were little." Joy smiled. "Would you like to hold him?" Rachel's face lit up. "May I?" Joy put Tommy on Rachel's lap. The little boy looked up at the old woman with curious eyes. "Hello, little one," Rachel said softly. "I'm your grandmother." Tommy smiled and touched Rachel's face. "Gamma." Rachel started crying again. But these were happy tears. The healing begins. They talked for hours. Rachel told Joy stories about her father when he was young. Dave shared what he had learned about being a better person. Joy listened and felt something strange happening in her heart. The heavy anger she had carried for so long was getting lighter. "Rachel," Joy said, "where are you living now?" "I have a small apartment in the city," Rachel said. "It's not much, but it's enough for an old woman like me." Joy looked at Tim. He nodded, understanding what she was thinking. "Would you like to live here with us?" Joy asked. Rachel's mouth fell open. "What? But I don't deserve." "We have plenty of room," Joy said. "And Tommy should know his grandmother." Rachel burst into tears again. "You would do that for me? After everything I did to you?" "Yes," Joy said simply. "That's what forgiveness means." Tim smiled proudly at his wife. She had such a beautiful heart. "But I have one condition," Joy added. "You have to help me take care of Tommy. And you have to let me take care of you when you're sick." Rachel nodded quickly. Yes, I would love that more than anything." Dave watched this reunion with wonder. "Joy, you're an angel. A real angel." Joy shook her head. "No, I'm just someone who learned that holding on to hate only hurts yourself. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to move forward." The promise. As the sun began to set, Dave got ready to leave. "I'm going to catch the bus back to the village," he said. "But first, I want to make you a promise, Joy. Joy listened. I promise I will never bother you or your family again. I promise I will become a better man. And I promise I will always remember your kindness today. He looked at Tommy one more time. Take care of your mama and papa, little boy. They're very special people. Tommy waved. Bye-bye. Dave smiled and walked away. Joy watched him go and felt peace in her heart. That night, Rachel moved into one of the guest bedrooms. Joy gave her beautiful clothes and showed her around the big house. I can't believe this is real, Rachel said. You're treating me like a queen when I treated you like a slave. That was yesterday, Joy said. Today is a new day. The perfect ending. Over the next few months, Rachel became the grandmother Tommy had never had. She told him stories, played with him, and helped Joy take care of him. Rachel also helped with cooking and cleaning, but Joy made sure she rested when she felt tired from her illness. Tim was amazed at how quickly their house became filled with even more love and laughter. One evening, as they sat together watching Tommy play, Rachel took Joy's hand. Thank you for giving me a second chance, Rachel said. I never thought I would be this happy again. Joy squeezed her hand. Thank you for becoming the mother I always needed. Rachel smiled. You know what I've learned? What? Love is more powerful than hate. And forgiveness is more powerful than revenge. Joy nodded. Yes. And sometimes the people who hurt us the most can become the people we love the most. Tommy ran to them and climbed onto the couch between Joy and Rachel. Mama, Gamma, I love you, he said. Joy and Rachel hugged him tight. As Joy looked around at her family, Tim reading nearby, Rachel holding Tommy, their beautiful home surrounding them, she realized something wonderful. Her story wasn't just about surviving terrible things. It was about how love can heal any wound. How forgiveness can turn enemies into family. How the darkest nights can lead to the brightest days. And as she tucked Tommy into bed that night, with Rachel helping her, Joy knew that her real treasure wasn't the lottery money. Her real treasure was learning that a heart full of love is worth more than all the money in the world.